This way, sir.
You kept your mouth shut?
Yes, sir.
Well, keep it that way or else. Come, my dear.
Mr. and Mrs. T. Hunt.
Good evening, Newdigate. Have you made up your mind about Longacres yet?
Well, yes. I've given it thought.
Dinner is served.
What? A bit early, isn't it?
No, sir. Nearly too late.
Ghastly, wasn't it? There we were, flak all round us, so thick you could almost walk on it, a really shaky do, and suddenly Tiger turns to me as cool as you like and says, "I say, Skipper, the natives appear somewhat hostile." Not bad, eh, sir?
Thought any more about my offer, Newdigate?
By Jove, that reminds me, what about my contract?
What contract?
The broadcast.
Longacres.
Longacres? Oh, yes. Now, what was your offer?
£5 an acre if we settle here and now. I can't guarantee it after that.
Well, after due consideration and in view of certain matters, I see no reason why we shouldn't come to terms.
Ah! Look what you've done. You did it on purpose.
Oh, sir.
I see what the game is, but it won't come off.
Steady on. Summers has been with our family for 40 years. Such a thing has never happened before.
No, well, it had better not happen again. Do you understand?
Lovely weather for the time of the year, isn't it? Changeable, though. Talking of soup reminds me of a story about my brother Soupy Cocky when he was in the Welsh Mountains. Now you're going to ask me what he was doing in the Welsh Mountains, aren't you?
No, I am not.
Well, I'll tell you. You see, my brother had the misfortune to serve in the army. He didn't have enough teeth for the raft. Anyway, there was my brother briefing these recruits, and he said to them, "Now look here, chaps, I want to put you in the picture," which is the way they talk in that shower, you know. And
excuse me, sir. Is this a long story?
About 3 minutes if I cut the trimmings.
Don't cut the trimmings. I'm sure Mr. Hunt would like to hear it all.
Wacko, wacko. Well, he said, "Now, I want you to defend this imaginary trench here from the imaginary enemy who are coming from over there, armed with imaginary Tommy guns and tanks, supported by imaginary dive bombers, Anson's Mark I." In the imaginary urn, which, as you all know, is an aluminium receptacle with a tap in the front of it, and when you turn it down, the cocoa comes out. So there they were, standing about like a lot of goons, pretending to drink this imaginary cocoa, when he suddenly saw that one of them wasn't doing so. So he said, "Frobisher, why aren't you drinking your imaginary cocoa?" And Frobisher replied, "There ain't no ruddy sugar in it."
Thank you, Summers. I'll ring when I want you.
The bells are not working, sir.
Then I'll call.
Better not strain your voice. I'll stay.
There's no need.
Well, you never know. Perhaps Mr. Hunt would like another potato.
I shall not need another potato.
Or some gravy, or some nice spring greens.
Summers, leave the room.
Now, Sir Charles, what's the answer? A plain yes, and we can get the whole thing settled.
Yes, sir. You rang, sir.
Rang? The bells aren't working. You said so yourself.
I could have sworn I heard a tinkle. Perhaps I'd better stay.
I don't want you to stay. Get out.
Yes, sir.
Now, Newdigate, yes or no?
Sorry to bother you, sir. Shall I give Maximilian his dinner now, sir?
Who the devil's Maximilian?
The dog. Give him what you like and clear out.
Yes, sir.
It's a plot.
What plot?
Does this man have to come bursting in here every time I open my mouth? I'm sorry. It's only a simple thing I ask, but I never get anywhere. Because of him!
Mind your blood pressure, Tom.
Blast me blood pressure. Now, Newdigate, please. Yes or no, and will you sign now?
Well, all things considered, I think we can...
Excuse me, sir. Do turkey bones stick in dogs' throats?
I don't care where they stick, but get out! Now, Newdigate, where were we?
I was just going to tell you about Cat's Eyes Culbertson.
Oh, Lawmakers!
Sir Charles?
Summers, if you enter this room again until I call you, you're fired. Now get out and stay out!
Then you agree?
I think so, yes.
Well, will you sign now? Before anything else happens. Here you are. Here's the contract. I had my lawyers draw it up this morning.
Yes, well, just let me glance through it.
What for? It's perfectly legal. Here. You don't think I do you? You can read it at your leisure. You don't want to read it now. 120 acres at the price we agreed on. Just a signature at the bottom of the page.
Just want to make sure I'm not selling the manor.
No, of course not.
Seems all right. Down, Maximilian, down. Now, where do I sign?
Just there.
Curse the dog. Doesn't seem to be any ink.
Here, Sir Charles, try my pen. Writes underwater as well. Then perhaps at the same time you could sign the jolly old wireless contract, eh? As I've always said, never put off till tomorrow what you can do today. Another of my favorite mottos is, a bird in the hand.
I've never been so insulted in my life.
I say, what the...
What's the matter, Elsie?
He made disgusting suggestions to me and pinched my leg under the table.
Look here, what's his name? You can't do that in my house.
It's a lie. On my honor as an announcer, I didn't lift a finger. I mean, honestly, I just wouldn't.
One more move like that out of you, my lad, and I'll break every bone in your body.
Oh, I'm sure Mr. Cockett didn't mean anything. It's not what he meant. It's what he did. And don't you go telling me I imagined it, because anybody can see that you're a dirty old man.
My dear lady, I was just sitting here where I am now, and I had my hand down here, and all I said was, a bird in the hand is worth two in the... A bird in the hand... No, don't hit me.
He did it again! He did it again!
I say, Mr. Cockett, I warned you. Cockett,
You've had it.
No! No!
That'll show you. Come on, Elsie, let's get out of here.
Mrs. Hunt! Mrs. Hunt!
Sir Charles, speak to me.